Greetings, human life forms. I'm the Meister. Welcome back to yet another prediction video. Today we will be doing the Minnesota Vikings. Real quick before we get started, I've done prediction videos for over half of these teams, and I'll continue to make them for the rest of these NFL teams. And I'll make a playoff and Super Bowl prediction video as well. So I have all that coming, and fan-made prediction video coming as well before the NFL season starts. I do have some new lighting. I'm not using the ones on my desk because it's already bright enough in here as it is. So, have blue light over there. Pretty nice. I have another light that you guys can't see on camera. It's over there. I moved it. I think it looks pretty cool. It's nice and red over there, nice and blue over there. Bills colors. Even though it's a Vikings prediction video. Oh, that's genius. Hold on. Let's see here. Which one should be the purple one? Oh, purple background. I don't know how purple that looks to you guys, but it's purple. And then I'll do yellow over here. Oh, I got Vikings colors. Vikings colors. Woo! All right. So the Minnesota Vikings. They're gonna have a really good offense this year. At least I'd hope, especially if I was a Vikings fan, which I'm not. Kirk Cousins slinging the ball. Dalvin Cook at running back, one of the best running backs in the entire league. Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson, a really good wide receiver duo there in Minnesota. Defensively, last year they kind of didn't live up to the hype. They got a lot of injuries in that defense, and that kind of held them back defensively. But they're healthy now. So oh god, oh jeez, oh man, oh boy. So, defense should hopefully get better this season. I do like the red over here, so I'm just going to change that back to red. Yeah, that's much better. And I'll make you blue again, because you guys can't really tell. Okay, so starting off week 1 at Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Bengals have Joe Burrow at QB. People thought he could win the Offensive Rookie of the Year award, but he got injured, tore his ACL. Sucks, but I think Justin Herbert would have run away with it either way. Receiver, they got Tyler Boyd. He's pretty solid slot receiver. Don't really have a lot of guys. They also have T. Higgins over there, but not too many big-name receivers over there for Cincinnati. Defensively, looks a little concerning over there defensively. But we'll see what happens there. So week 1, I think I'm going to give this to the Vikings. I think the Vikings just flat out the better team. Even though it is in Cincinnati, I'm still going to give this to the Vikings. Week 2 at Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Cardinals can have a really good offense this year. They have Kyler Murray, Pro Bowl quarterback, DeAndre Hopkins, the All-Pro wide receiver. They also got James Conner at running back, which he might not even make the starting job, which is very interesting to me. But he's still going to be playing in that offense. Defensively, I picked up J.J. Watts. He should hopefully be a big help with how much money they spent for him, pairing him up with Chandler Jones. They also picked up Malcolm Butler from the Titans. This is a pretty tough game, but I'm going to go Cardinals here, week 2. Getting the best of the Vikings there. If it was at Minnesota, I think I'd probably give it to Minnesota. It's just, they're two very evenly matched teams, and it's, no matter who's facing off with who, or where they're facing off, one of these teams are going to have to travel cross-country, and that team will probably end up losing. So, 1-1, week 3. Their first home game hosting the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks can have one of the best offenses in the league if their offensive line can just block. If their offensive line can block, Russell Wilson will probably get an MVP vote or two. Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf will get insane stats. And Chris Carson probably be a top 10 running back if he isn't already. But it's going to be an insane offense if that offensive line can just take another step. Will take a step. They're still on the base floor because their offensive line sucks. But defensively, besides from Jamal Adams, it's not a good-looking defense, which is going to make this game a lot more interesting. But it's early in the season. Seahawks tend to be at their peak early in the season. I'm going to go Seahawks week 3. Week 4, hosting the Cleveland Browns. Browns can have a really good offense this year if Baker Mayfield can take that next step. Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr. there, solid wide receiver duo. And they have a really good running back duo with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. One of the best rushing duo in the league, in my opinion. Of course, behind Devin Singletary and Matt Breida, of course. But defensively for the Browns, I think it's going to be a lot better. They went really well in the draft. But of course, they're rookies. But at the edge position, Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney. A lot of people are kind of just scraping Clowney under the rug. I think he could still be pretty useful. He was very solid with the Seahawks when he played for them. And then when he went to Tennessee, he got injured a lot, barely played, kind of went down. But I think he'll get back to how he's supposed to be with the Cleveland Browns, especially with Myles Garrett there as well. Denzel Ward also there at corner, really solid corner. And then John Johnson, they picked him up from the Rams. Big pickup, in my opinion. It's a tough game. I think I'm going to go Browns here, week 4. I think the Browns just have a little more than the Vikings in coaching as well. This is where I think Mike Zimmer might start to get on the hot seat here. But week 5, hosting the Detroit Lions. Vikings dominate. Mike Zimmer's coaching stays alive. His coaching legacy. It's not a legacy, but week 6 at Carolina to take on the Panthers. Panthers could have a really sneaky offense this year. They have Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore. Could be a very sneaky wide receiver duo this season. Then Christian McCaffrey, one of the best running backs in the league. Got injured a lot last year, so he barely was able to play at all, which is why he kind of went down a little bit, his stock. But it should still be a pretty solid offense. But the big problem is the quarterback. If Sam Darnold can take a step this year, that is going to be one scary offense. But if he plays how he did his first 3 seasons, there is literally no chance that the Panthers even make the playoffs this year. Which is big, so they really need him to play well. Defensively for the Panthers, very young, but we'll see how they play. I don't really fully trust their defense, considering the Bills literally took over half their defense. Because Sean McDermott used to be at the Panthers and Buffalo Panthers and all that. Ignore me. I'm going to go Vikings here, week 6. Coming into the bye at 3-3 on the season. Coming out of the bye, hosting the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys will probably have one of the most insane offenses this year, with Dak Prescott slinging the ball to guys like Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup. And, of course, running back situation, Ezekiel Elliott and Pollard there for a great rushing duo there as well. Another good rushing duo. Vikings have one too, Dalvin Cook and Madison. But defensively is where it gets a bit concerning for me, which is why I'm going to lean toward the Vikings here. If that Dallas defense can play better this season, I'll probably end up taking the Cowboys, but I don't think their defense is going to be able to do a whole lot against that Vikings offense. So week 9 at Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Ravens coming off their bye week. Ravens defensively really solid, because they always are under John Harbaugh for some reason. They did lose a couple guys. One of the bigger ones, Matthew Judon, to the New England Patriots. It could be a big loss. People were, kind of saying that he was old, barely played. we'll see about that this year. But Marlon Humphrey, arguably top 5 corner in the league. I don't know if he is. I never really looked at the corners and did my top 5. It's between him and Xavier Howard for top 5. It's really tough. But offensively, hopefully that passing game can get better with Sammy Watkins, potentially injured Sammy Watkins. But Lamar Jackson is still there to have literally zero spiral in the ball. Almost all of his off-season videos, every time he throws the ball goes like this. And then it goes possibly to the receiver, who knows. I'm going to stop hating on Lamar, though. He won an MVP. I'll shut up, Ravens fans. But, yeah, he can still run the ball, though. He can still run the ball very well, which is why I'm going to give this game to the Ravens here, Week 9. Week 10 at Los Angeles to take on the Chargers. Chargers could be a very sneaky team this year. Their defense didn't play too well last year, but under Brandon Staley looking to get back to their old form. Brandon Staley, he coached the Rams defense last year, and the Rams had arguably the best defense last year, so we should hope that their defense would at least get somewhat better. Offensively was really good last year. Should be even better this year with Justin Herbert throwing the ball to Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, then Austin Eckler, because he's basically a receiving back. He barely runs the ball. I'm going to stop talking now, but Jared Cook also, he got signed by the Chargers. We'll see how big of a factor he'll be. But this is a tough game. This is a really tough game for me. You know, I'm going to give this to the Vikings. Barely, but I'm going to give this game to the Vikings. They're Week 10. Week 11, hosting the Green Bay Packers. Packers, defensively, really solid defense. Jair Alexander, everyone says he's a top 5 corner, so he must be a top 5 corner. I mean, I don't really watch how cornerbacks play, but offensively is a big thing. If Aaron Rodgers plays, Super Bowl contender. If Jordan Love plays, bad, very bad things. Just very bad, very bad, very bad. It's unlike anything I've ever seen before. Very bad, very bad. Yes, very bad. This is tough. This is really tough. I'm going to give this to the Packers. I'm going to make these predictions as if Aaron Rodgers is playing with the Packers. So the Packers will win this game. Week 12 at San Francisco to take on the 49ers. 49ers, really solid defense. They lost a couple guys, including their defensive coordinator, Robert Saleh, but they should still be pretty solid there defensively. Offensively, it's another really solid group. Raheem Mostert, obviously, running the ball. He's really good at running, at least I think. I think he's a bit underrated, Raheem Mostert. But throwing the ball, I'm just going to guess Jimmy Garoppolo. It's between Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance. But I'm going to guess Jimmy Garoppolo, question mark? I don't know. But regardless of who plays at quarterback, I'm probably going to give that game to the Niners there, Week 12. 5-6 for the Vikings. Going into Detroit to take on the Lions, Week 13. I don't really need to talk about the Lions. I think it's pretty self-explanatory there. Week 14, hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers, another team with a really solid defense. Could be really good. This is around this time of the season last year that their defense started to collapse. But they lost in the first round to the Browns. That was a great game. That was an amazing game. But offensively, Ben Roethlisberger slinging the ball, possibly slinging the ball to Juju Smith-Schuster and Washington. Offensive line is a big issue for me. Very big issue. I mean, if they want to get a running game going, they at least got to make their offensive line somewhat good. it's not looking too good right now. So I'm gonna go Vikings in Thursday Night Football. Kirk Cousins winning in prime time. I know, it's insane. It's the first time in history. Or no, that's not how it goes. It's never been done before. I think it has once. But Week 15 at Chicago to take on the Bears. Monday Night Football. Ooh. Bears, another really good defense there. Khalil Mack, Eddie Jackson, we know the big names there. Offensively, Andy Dalton possibly, or Justin Fields. Who knows? I have no idea. But Allen Robinson there, really good receiver. He'll be even better if any of those two quarterbacks can just play well. We'll see. Running the football, they have David Montgomery. That heard he's going to be the starter this year. I think he always was. That's the other guy. What was his name? I know he got injured. He was the really tiny dude. Oh, man. Tariq Cohen. Tariq Cohen. That's his name. Man, this is... Oh, my God. Vikings are a tough team to predict. I don't know who I think's going to win this. It's Monday Night Football, so that means Kirk Cousins is going to find a way to screw it up. I'm going to go Bears. If Kirk Cousins can win one primetime game, he ain't winning 2 in a row. That's completely absurd. Week 16, hosting the LA Rams. In my Rams prediction video, kind of did a hot take here. I know how good their defense is. I know how good their offense is for the Rams. But I'm saying, bold prediction, Vikings beat the Rams. It's crazy. I know, I'm insane. You know, I'm sweating, and it might be hot in here. I don't know, I can't tell anymore. I think it's just humid. But Week 17 at Green Bay to take on the Packers. In Green Bay in December, yeah, you're not beating the Packers unless Jordan Love is playing, then you're beating the Packers. Week 18 to wrap up the 2021 season for the Minnesota Vikings. The name is cut off at the top one. There we go. That's better. Hosting the Chicago Bears. They end the season with a win. To end the season, I don't know why the box just got bigger. To end the season 9-8. Oh, it's showing coming up what? Team record? Huh. I don't know what this thing on the bottom is. But I'm not too worried about that, because this video is only for the Vikings prediction. So, hope you guys enjoyed this prediction video. Tell me if you change anything in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, like would be appreciated. If you like the videos that I make on the channel, subscribing, I would absolutely love that. And if you're looking forward to the next prediction video, which will probably be the Chicago Bears, I recommend ringing the bell after you subscribe so you get notified when I upload a new YouTube video. But with that, I do have a Twitch. I will say I do have a Twitch real quick. Link is in the description, as well as my Twitter, also in the description. But yeah, that is all I have to say. So without further ado, as I say, life forms out.